to judge from the appearance whether a woman's abalone is black or pink. Men, come in. Hi everyone, I'm Catherine. Today we are going to talk about a topic that is somewhat private, but that many people are curious about: the freshness of female abalone. Many male compatriots may be wondering in their hearts, can we judge from the appearance whether a woman's private parts are black or pink? Don't be impatient yet, let's chat slowly. Before we start, I have to correct a wrong concept for everyone. Many people think that women's private parts are not decent if they are dark in color, which is totally wrong. The color of private parts has nothing to do with personal lifestyle. From a physiological perspective, the color of women's private parts is mainly affected by hormones. During puberty, as the body develops, estrogen begins to be secreted in large quantities. Estrogen is like a magical painter. It will cause changes in many parts of the body, including pigmentation in private parts. It is like a young sapling which grows up slowly under the nourishment of sunshine and rain. The color of the private parts gradually deepens under the action of estrogen. This is a normal physiological phenomenon. Just like when people grow up, their voices change and their heights become taller. There is also the factor of age, which should not be ignored. With the increase of age, all aspects of women's bodies are changing, and private parts are no exception. The older you are, the more obvious the pigmentation may be. This is not a strange thing. For example, a white dress will inevitably turn a little yellow after being worn for a long time and washed many times. The same is true for private parts. Time will leave some marks on it. Let's talk about heredity. Just like mom and dad passed on the shape of eyes and nose to us, the color of private parts may also be affected by genetic genes. If the mother's private parts are darker in color, her daughter may also inherit similar characteristics. This is the family gene at work, and other messy reasons are not related. In addition, some behavioral habits in life may also have a subtle effect on the color of private parts. For example, long-term sitting can lead to poor blood circulation in the private parts, which may aggravate pigmentation. Tight clothing will frequently rub against the private parts, which may make the color look darker over time. But these effects are very small and not absolute. Now there are many strange sayings on the internet, such as looking at the color of the inner thigh, you can judge the color of the private parts, which has no scientific basis at all. Although the inner thigh and the private parts are both in the lower body, their physiological structures and pigmentation mechanisms are completely different. The color of the inner thigh may be affected by multiple factors, such as sunlight exposure and skin dryness, and there is no necessary connection with the color of the private part. Just like you can't say that a person's eyebrows must be particularly black just because his hair is black. There is no direct connection between the two. Some people say that you can judge by looking at the color of the areola, which is also unreliable. The color of the areola is also affected by hormones, genetics, and other factors. Although the color of the areola and the color of the private parts are somewhat related to hormones, they are different physiological areas and cannot be simply equated. Just like apples and oranges, although they are both fruits, their colors, tastes, and other characteristics cannot be inferred from each other. From an aesthetic point of view, the public's perception of the color of women's private parts has been misled to a certain extent by some bad cultural works. In some film and television works and adult content, it seems that it is always implied that pink private parts are normal and beautiful. This has instilled a wrong aesthetic concept in many people, especially men. But in fact, the color of private parts varies in depth, and each one is normal and should not be labeled as good or bad. We should respect the natural diversity of the body and abandon the single and narrow aesthetic standard. Let's talk about women's own feelings. Many women have anxiety about the color of their private parts because of this wrong concept from the outside world. Some people even try some so-called rejuvenating products to change the color of their private parts. However, these products are of varying quality, and many have not been strictly medically verified. Improper use may cause damage to the skin of private parts, causing allergies, infections, and other problems. Communication and understanding are crucial in the relationship between men and women. If men have doubts about this, they should not guess or believe in rumors, but should communicate frankly with their partner. Understand her feelings and respect her privacy. At the same time, give her enough sense of security and let her know that you love her as a person, not the color of her private parts. If they are troubled by the color of their private parts, they can also talk to their partners or trusted friends, and don't bear this psychological pressure alone. Family members, let's not be misled by those statements that have no scientific basis. I hope everyone can respect everyone's privacy and uniqueness and don't hurt others because of some wrong ideas. Well, today's video is here. Welcome everyone to leave a message to discuss. We will talk again next time. Bye.